Ooh, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. I can't do this. Everybody else can see that I'm nervous. This is not good. Hi, welcome to another episode of Unlocking the Mind Behind Make More Work Less. My name is Fong. I'm an entrepreneur, business strategist, real estate investor, speaker, and also a best-selling author. And every single day, I help others unlock the potentials and guide them to succeed. Today on Unlocking the Mind, we talk about another cognitive bias. And the reason why I have this show is so that we can better understand how our minds work, so we can make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and of course, avoid certain cognitive traps. So for today's cognitive bias, let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone on stage, been in front of people to speak? How did you feel? Did you feel nervous? Did you feel scared? Did you think that everybody else sees your nerves? Do you think that everybody else sees you sweating? Well, if you have, then you're suffering from the illusion of transparency. We all suffer from this. We all feel this way once in a while in our lives because it's all in our heads. It's what our heads do to us. So what exactly is the illusion of transparency? Well, it's the tendency for people to overestimate the degree of which our personal mental state and our feelings, our emotions are known by other people. We believe that other people see and feel what we feel. And therefore, when we're nervous, we go, oh, wow, everybody else sees that we're nervous. But the truth is that does not happen at all. I remember the first time when I was up on stage, I was so scared. I was so nervous and I was stuttering. I was sweating. I was thinking about all this stuff about not screwing up and not messing up and not saying the wrong things. And I was just so nervous. And in my head, as I'm doing my presentation, I could still feel as if, oh, everybody sees me making a mistake. Everybody sees that I'm nervous. Everybody sees I'm stuttering. Everybody hears that I'm messing up. And I keep on building that up, and it gets more and more nervous. After I got off stage, one of my coaches says, that was all in your head. It never happened. Nobody even thought about that. And sure enough, when I asked other people about what they thought, and when people came up to me, they go, wow, that was a great presentation. There was a little bit of nerves there, but it didn't actually deter us from paying attention. It was a great presentation. It was lots of energy. It was lots of excitement. It was just great. I'm like, wow, that was completely not what I was thinking. When I was on stage, I felt like a mess. I felt it was horrible. So why is there such a big discrepancy of my thoughts and what they thought if I was the one that's actually doing it? Well, that's because of the transparency illusion. We keep on thinking that other people feel the same way or see what we're feeling. So there was a study done before about this, and the study was where a person goes up on stage and they were asked from a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you? And then they actually surveyed the audience and asked them from a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous do you think that person was? And what's shocking was the audience members gave him or her a 2 to 3 rating of nervousness from 1 to 10. Whereas the person who's doing it on stage is saying, oh, I was a 7 or 9. Such a big discrepancy, which means it's all in our heads. When we're nervous, it's all in our heads. When we're scared, it's in our heads. When we're sweating, when we're thinking about all this stuff, it's actually all in our heads. My coach actually said to me, you're sweating? We couldn't tell. Oh, you're nervous? We couldn't tell. That is why I usually tell a lot of my clients before they go up on stage or before when they're preparing for their presentation, never, ever admit that you're nervous. Never tell people that you're sick. Never tell people that this is the first time. Never tell people that you're nervous when you're speaking. Because once you do, you tell people to take note of that fact. So then now people are going, oh yeah, they are nervous. Oh yeah, look, they stuttered. Oh yeah, look, they messed up on a word here. Now it just escalates. So you never ever want to acknowledge the fact that you're nervous when you go up on stage, because the truth is people don't see it, okay? People don't notice it at all. And that's why you can't think that way. You can't say that, oh, I'm nervous, please bear with me, this is the first time. Never ever say that, because it's all in your heads. So the thing is, instead of assuming how other people feel, instead of assuming how that person up on stage is feeling, we should just give them the benefit of the doubt and maybe just ask them, how did you feel, before you assess what their feelings. More likely than not, if we were the audience, we generally like to say, hey, they're feeling a little less than what they actually feel. We tend to make them feel better than they actually felt. So that's how we think. When we go, oh, how did that person feel? How did that person feel? We usually don't think about the fact that, oh, they felt horrible or they felt really bad. We go, oh, they were probably okay. we generally give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they felt a lot better than what they thought they feel. So instead of assuming how people feel, we should start asking them, so how did you feel, before we give our assessments. Now, the thing is, when it comes to nerves, what's actually funny about that is when we're up on stage and we're nervous and we let that nerves play with us, then we are now nervous about being nervous. The more we're nervous about being nervous, the more nervous we get. And it just cycles and builds and builds and builds. So now that we know that this is an illusion in our minds, we can stop it. We can acknowledge the fact that, oh, this is how we feel, but nobody else sees it. So we won't let that nerve escalate. We won't let those fears escalate. We acknowledge it, we understand it, and then now we can actually go through with the presentation with confidence and knowing that everything else is in our minds and that we can still give a good presentation, give a good speech, or give a good performance. So try that out sometimes. Go out and do a presentation, get a group of friends and do a speech, and then rank yourself from 1 to 10 what your nerve level is. And I'm pretty sure that the people who are watching you will give you a less score about how nervous you are compared to what you give yourself. But as you know, now that you know that it's completely a mind trick on yourself, you can know how to avoid it. You know how to attack it. You know how to deal with it. So that is the illusion of transparency. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please go back to see some of my other episodes on Unlocking Mind. And if you like Unlocking Mind, we have a lot of other shows, the Peak Potential Success Show, the Master Mind Bites, and of course, the Make More Mind Bites that's up every single week. Thank you very much for your subscriptions, your likes, your comments. I love seeing those comments. And until next time, today is the day to unlock your peak potential. I'll see you later.